Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, into the Nexus Gaming Series Division E West. My name is Bahamut, and we find ourselves here on to Dragonshire. On the left-hand side, we got the members of Screaming Nachos. Trench is going to be on the Urel. We're going to be seeing Shadow Luigi on the Deckard Cain, Atomic Alien on that Greymane, Arctic Fox on the Kael'thas, and Melklor, yeah, I think that's how you say that, is going to be on the ETC. Over in the red, we've got the members of Nerd Herders. Mosley is going to be on the, or Mosley? Mosley? Sure. We'll be on the Leoric. Arco is going to be on the Diablo. Robbie Black is going to be on the... Excuse me. On the Rainer, we got me Ding on this Orphea and Rusty playing the Brightwing as we check out our level 1s and see what this scuffle looks like. We are here in Division E West. If you'd like to know the average MMR for these teams, exclamation point NGSMMR. Those few letters will get you an idea of what the average MMR for these teams are based on their division, if you are curious. Hey, Pizza, someone was asking about you yesterday. They were like, I haven't seen Pizza in a while, and I was like, I've seen them pop up here and there. Good to see you, bud. Thank you for the lurk, Rob. I hope you have a good day. Nacho fries, I have not tried them yet, but I've only heard amazing things, and I really need to try them next time I get Taco Bell. Which, I don't know when that will be, because I should be dieting. Though I say that as I'm like, I should get a pizza tomorrow. Leoric is going to be handling top lane. No one rotating into him, and the well is going to be grabbed, but Diablo tanking a lot of tower shots here. Needs to play this a little bit safe. There you go. The Orphea has the proper angle onto that one. Diablo. Oh no, the phase shift was clicked onto the wrong hero, and that is going to be
First Blood.
Over to the side of Screaming Nachos as they chase in further. Living Bomb on this Orphea. Is she spreading it? Not enough. Backs off for a second. Big power slide from the ETC, finding them a
double kill
on the side of Screaming Nachos. Still recovering, so I haven't been on my computer much. Well, I appreciate you coming by, bud, and I hope you recover. I hope you have a speedy recovery. For anyone that doesn't know, Pizza won the raffle for the first Baja Ross giveaway, and we are going to do another Baja Ross giveaway. We're gonna start the raffles sometime early to mid-September, and it'll be 30 days into October. So probably like early to mid-October, we'll then do the painting and the giveaway and all that good stuff. So it's actually perfect timing too, because apparently September's coming around as well. So we're gonna be seeing. If you do exclamation point September, I think I actually have a command for it already. I think I did it this morning. I'm not sure if it went through. ETC does go down. First kill over the side of Nerf Herders, so at least for their team. Objective phase is up and available, but who is able to grab the Dragonite? Leoric is going to be making his double soak rotation in position for a potential Dragonite, but there's a Urel in mid lane to stall things out if she's able to do so, which I don't think would be too much of a struggle into a Leoric. And these solo laners kind of just respecting each other. A little bit of a poke back and forth. Robbie coming into mid lane. Mosley forcing out this Urel. She's looking for another stall. But in bottom lane, there's a trade for Deckard Cain and Orphea. Power slide in from the ETC. Diablo taking a lot of damage. They're trying to anchor onto this point so that Rainer can get the Dragonite. Rusty takes a lot of damage, pops the Soothing Mist. Diablo gets the Shadow Charge overpower into Atomic, who's going to get chunked to 50% or less. But Dragonite, first one of the game, goes over to the side of Nerd Herders. Hey, I do have it. Yeah, there you go. Beginning September 2nd. You get the savings and I get the money. Hell yeah. Bezos, give me money. Mess up? Didn't they mess up the September last year or something like that? Like there was like some like really weird way they did it where like you had to be like a new subscriber. No. You had to subscribe in like months at a time, or you had to be a new. It was something weird. Solon, how you doing, bud? Good to see you. Currently gonna be having Leoric just handling the top lane. Gonna hearth back for full mana. Looking at what level 7 he did pick up. Did go for that Paralyzing Rage at level 4 for the increased Skeletal Swing slow by 20%. And I actually do not know off the top of my head what it is baseline. Is it 30? 30 going up to 50? 40% going up to 60. Okay. That Paralyzing Rage adding another 20 on top of the initial 40. All right, interesting. Camp to be grabbed on the right-hand side by the Rainer and Brightwing. Leork still doing double soak, and the experience is looking still close between both sides as we are approaching 10 talent here. 8 and 8 almost for both teams. ETC taking quite a bit of damage from Orphea. Decker Kane with the Scroll of Sealing to zone back the enemy side. Didn't Field Study get a buff in their most recent patch? Chat, does anyone remember? Did Field Study get buffed, or was that the Scroll of... Oh my god, I'm blanking on the other one. Scroll of Identify. The questing talent. Thank you, Pizza. I was like, wait a minute, I think I'm wrong on this. Thank you. All right, with 10 talent tiers going to be coming up across the top of our screen. As always, let's take a look at some of our other numbers, get an idea of what the damage, healing, and experience is going to be looking like. Trench going to be taking quite a bit of damage in this top lane, not respecting Leork, but he has to respect that top lane fort as it was reducing the armor. The objective phase announced 13 seconds to go. Leork considering to jump onto that point, but immediately goes for the wave clear. Meanwhile, the fight breaks out around this Siege Giant camp. Diablo finds a wonderful Shadow Charge onto Shadow Luigi. Unfortunately, that takes him off the point, and Atomic Alien's able to grab the Siege Giant camp. Kael'thas with a little Flame Strike. Diablo looking to chase onto him. Any polymorph from Rusty? Yes, but the damage already left. Rainer and Orphea were going to the objective phase rather than the kill. Little miscommunication from the team members there as Leork holds the top lane. Trench did jump back into this engagement quite literally and is able to put some pressure. As I was looking at the solo lane engagement, ETC goes down in bottom lane to the Orphea big burst. Arctic Fox may be the next one to go, and it is going to be a...
double kill.
For the side of Nerd Herders. Identify and the speed of potions was increased. They dropped the location so fast now. Yes, that was it. And it was like some fractional changes too. It was really, really small, like flight time and stuff like that. So I actually, I haven't played enough Deckard to notice myself, but I have seen him here and there in a few games, and it does actually, now that it was mentioned in chat, I'm like, huh, yeah, you're right. I feel like actually it does fly like slightly faster. I'm literally just sitting here watching Deckard Cam, like, throw a potion. Someone in chat, I think at one point was just like, when I was like playing a lot more Deckard Cain, they were just like, just spam your potions constantly. Like they were basically like, you should always have potion on cooldown. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Okay. That was a good tip. Worked out pretty good for us, actually. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for the engagement to possibly pop off right now. Living Bomb onto Brightwing. Gonna pop that, Ooh, hold on. The Apocalypse is going to be the one that's going to be popped right now. Crushing Jaws comes out. Stay well and listen. Hyperion from the Rainer. There's just a lot being thrown onto the battlegrounds. And Kael'thas, the one to go down in this. Brightwing to find the phase shift onto the Diablos. Leork is pushing up the top lane. Urel not having the channel potential. But speaking of channel potential, Diablo making a quick rotation to mid. Looks like he should be able to grab Dragonite. And I believe this is second Dragonite of the game over to the side of Nerd Herders. I'm 50... Yeah, this is the second Dragonite over to them as well. ETC power slides in, but he has to immediately start backing away as Orpheus putting the pressure on. Dragonite through mid, wailing its way into the mid lane structure. And if you're wondering at home, the Dragonite deals 504 damage into structures. That's double the damage of it baseline. It also does double damage into minions as well. Kick on to Arctic Fox. Phoenix did come out from them. Mid lane fort should go down. Diablo has full souls. Dragonite has still 20% of his HP. Seems like, ooh, there's a good kick on to the Urel. She's just right in front of the towers. Diablo might find a Shadow Charge. Orphea comes in. Trench taking a lot of damage. Ardent Defender's up and available, but not forced or used. Bottom lane gets pushed in. Arctic Fox trying to clear things out. And we're looking at a fairly good map for the side of Nerd Herders as Mosley, Leork is pushing up the top lane. He does have that minion wave anchoring for him, so he's going to get some free siege onto this fort. Urel comes up, and another Siege Giant camp, Bruiser camp, excuse me, over to the side of Nerd Herders. Bottom lane, just going to have the wave pushed in. Diablo waiting for someone to step forward. There's the Apocalypse for the CTC. He's going to get chunked. And that is an ETC going down. Quick rotation over to the Siege Giant camp. Can Diablo make it in? Great utilization of the Shadow Charge to cancel out the Stay Well and Listen. It's going to be on a 10-second cooldown. Phoenix out from the Kael'thas. It doesn't matter. It is looking like another double kill over the side of Nerd Herders as they also steal away the camp. And these Siege Giants, will indefinitely siege onto this fort unless cleared out. Well, I guess you couldn't say indefinite, because when the fort falls, that's when they fall, and Robbie, gonna overextend in bottom lane, does go down. Mr. Bahamut, your use of EU service for replay is deemed DDoS evasion by the Grand Council. Please Venmo the fine of 400 falloons to give money, please. No, all the money goes to the viewer who suggested utilizing the EU server. That's where the money goes. How you doing, Crush? Oh, here, Crush, this is for you.
I have altered the deal. Pray I don't alter it any further.
Thanks for the sound clip. Much appreciated, my friend. This is Jimmy. I guess that was Jimmy. Ha ha ha. York is gonna Wraith Walk out of the top lane. He does have, does he have Ominous Wraith? No, he actually has the Spectral Leech. I thought he had the increased duration, but just that was max duration of the baseline, and he is able to disengage through top, still putting pressure onto that fort consistently as our third objective phase is up and available. Orphea on the point. Leoric is going to have a nice 1v1. No talent tier advantage, but approaching that 16 area, as there is going to be, I didn't even notice this, March of the Black King for the Leoric. Diablo, Apocalypse, Shadow Charge, Ardent Defender will be used. Ardent Defender not finding a ton of value here, and it will be nice. That is really good patience from the members of Nerd Herders. That was actually really, really good patience to hold all the damage and then just go in once the Ardent Defender ends. Very, very well played. 14 to, I guess, 15 to 16 in our levels. Dragon Knight, third win of the game, and is going to be Orphea inside of that. What is the play from Nerd Herders? How are the games today? The games have been pretty good. We have casted a Heroic game, a Division D game, a Division A game, and we are in our fourth best of 3, a Division E West game. And then, fingers crossed, Crush, fingers crossed, the NA servers are back up in an hour and 11 minutes, and we can cast our live best of 3. Fingers crossed. If not, I don't know. Robbie takes a lot of damage. Stay a while and listen from the Decker King goes out, but it doesn't connect onto anyone, and ETC was kicked away. Good power play from the side of Screaming Nachos in this bottom lane. Man, every time I say their name, my stomach growls just a little bit. Another kick onto Greymane. Leoric did find the fort through top lane. Orphea gets out. Brightwing with the Emerald wins. She pops, excuse me. Orphea pops the Crushing Jaws, trying to make the outplay. Atomic Alien trying to make the outplay. Moshpit from ETC slows down any sort of Diablo pressure, but he comes out of that dance party, immediately shadow charging into Diablo. Overpower onto Arctic Fox. Polymorph will be there. Brightwing snags the kill. Another shadow charge onto Trench. This should be keep through bottom lane after the
Triple kill!
Goes over to the side of Nerd Herders. Yeah, you don't have your Rainer, but I still feel like you got some decent siege. Not gonna be able to... Okay, so the Orphea does come in. Leoric goes for the camp on the right-hand side. And there's no wave, but Diablo's gonna anchor up a little bit and take some free shots from the keep. W reaction on Orphea was crazy. That was actually... I couldn't believe that that was actually happening. No worries, Covers. I just got confused because people just started posting random Twitter links. I'm like, what does this have to do with the situation? It's like I'm talking about pizza and you send me a KFC tweet. I'm like, but I want pizza. The sound bits, yeah. Okay, we added those in recently and I'm actually really happy about them. I'm trying not to overuse them. It's very hard not to. It's very hard to avoid just overusing those sound bits, but it's fun. It's fun. I thought it would be, I think it's a nice little addition to us. You should do Unreal Tournament viewer games at some time. I gotta find people actually who still play that game and have it installed. No, what we're gonna do is we're gonna cast some of the Dota International. That's what we're gonna do. When that starts up in October, we're gonna have a day where we cast some of the Dota and we're gonna be absolute shit at it. But it's gonna be fun. We're gonna have some beers, we're gonna cast some games, we're gonna just mock and just talk about whatever. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. It'll be kind of a weird stream, but it'll be a good one. I don't even know how to observe in Dota. I think I think you can like watch it through the client essentially. Like I can have like full control and everything. Because, you know, Valve has put a lot of investment into their esport. Dota's the next milestone. We had just talked about it in chat at one point, and I like the idea of it. Seemed like a fun idea. Robbie, oh, I think actually Robbie would have got that. I don't think the Yrel would have got there in time. Doesn't matter. Either way, Diablo comes in with the Shadow Charge Apocalypse. There's a chomp onto the Kael'thas. He does go down, stay well and listen. Connects onto Orphea and Diablo. Diablo still taking a bit of a nap, and Orphea gonna get chonked before the Brightwing phase shift will come through. Honestly, getting into the back line. Gonna pop the March of the Black King. A little unnecessary, if I do say so, but you do have that level 20 Death March value. Scroll of Identify from the Deckard Cain with that spell power increase. A little bit of a Wraithwalk from Mosley as the Yrel goes down. It's a 2-for-1 trade. Dragonite still available to the side of Nerd Herders, and Brightwing goes for the channel. Robbie calling to be the one to go in. No Hyperion for 70 seconds. And I actually can't believe it. We have Execute Order. I've never seen this being picked up. Unfortunately, the Rainer can't die. Well, he can die, but he's not going to die anytime soon as he is in the Dragonite. Unfortunate. Just in case I'm incoherent, no, whatever helps you grow. Oh no, it's just about having some fun. I probably will actually lose some viewers. Like, I'll probably have some people who, like, they'll look at their follow list and be like, Bahamut's doing Dota? Unfollow. I'm sure there's people who would do that. But, well, either way, it'll be fun. It'll be a fun day. Kick on to one of the enemy members. I'm just looking, what is the step up looking like right now? Power slide in from ETC. Doesn't have the Encore from level 13, so no cooldown reduction from that face melt, as we do have ETC split from the friendly team, stuck against the wall. Greymane, ETC do go down. Stay well and listen from the Deckard Cain on the bottom of our screen. Rusty trying to get some healing out as well. Trench on the back line. March the Black King from Leoric will not connect onto anyone. There is going to be a split from Yrel. Pops the Ardent Defender at the last second. Crushing Jaws will connect onto Kael'thas over by the core. This is such a split fight. Emerald win from the Brightwing. Yrel goes down, and it's seemingly with the
Triple kill!
We will be seeing Nerd Herders grab game number 1 in our 4th best of 3 of the day. GG, well played. I was watching Day 9 earlier and he talked about if you feel like streaming it, just do it, and inspired me. I might actually give it a shot. Do you have any basic tips for streaming? Just do it. Nike swoosh. No, I mean, like, realistically, like, if you want to get into streaming, the biggest tip that I can give you is play a game that you enjoy. Don't play a game because it's super popular or something like that. Have a schedule. Be consistent. Get on Twitter. Get on Discord. Be involved with the communities. Yeah. Chat with other streamers that play the game. Don't go around saying, please raid my channel. But, you know, be involved in the community. Have good internet. Sure. That's a good tip. That's a very good tip. All right. Be crazy. We will do that after this series because we have a little bit of time before we get into the live game. The hopeful live game that we will get into. Thank you, Be Crazy. Please remind me after the next game because we're immediately going to get set up for that. Interact with chat. No, don't read chat. Just yell at your chat and swear at them and threaten to ban them all the time. They love that. They love that. All right, Nerd Herders are up 1 in this best of 3. Let's find out. Just jumped in for the Ego Boost. Thanks for the cast. Oh, my pleasure. What does consistency mean? Oh, JK, sorry, I missed that. I'm lucky to have a good place on the internet. Interact with, I don't know what I'm looking at. If you're unsure of what chat's doing, just call them all idiots. No, honest to God, just, you know, have fun with it. Your first few streams are going to be awkward. You're going to have bad streams. You're going to have streams where you have only follows. You're going to have streams when you get a shit ton of subs. It is what it is. Every stream is going to be different. My other 2 cents as well, turn off your viewer list. Turn off how many viewers you have. Just turn that off. Because I feel like some people quite literally get in their mind that they're like, well, there's only 2 viewers. I don't need to be enjoyable. Or I don't need to be on. I don't need to be myself. Like, when I have more viewers, then I'll be more chatty. Just turn off your viewers. Don't look at how many viewers you have and just enjoy the stream. With or without balls. Enjoy your perma ban. No, I'm just kidding. And then OnlyFans streams. No, I don't do OnlyFans streams. I only do only knee streams. All right, everybody, let's get into our next map, and we will find out, is this a 2-0, or will we head to a map 3? Let's go ahead and get on into it. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, into the Nexus gaming series. I was not tabbed out for the last 2 seconds or anything like that. Let's get into map number 2. Are we heading to map 3? Well, let's find out. We got the members of Screaming Nachos who are trying to take us to that map number 3. Atomic Alien on the Cassia, Arctic Fox on the Jaina. We'll have Shadow Luigi on the Lucio, Melchlor on the Varian, and Trench on the Thrall. Over in the red, we are going to be seeing the members of Nerd Herders. This is going to be Mosley on the Leoric, Rusty will be on the Anduin, Meeting on the Vala. We've got Acro on that Mal'Ganis, and Robbie on the Uther. No, excuse me, that's a Sonya. Sorry, misread the model. Either way, let's go ahead and see what happens here as the Mephisto, excuse me, the Mal'Ganis. I think I said Mephisto earlier. Mal'Ganis is going to get the Night Rush into the enemy team face, taking a lot of damage, but going to get some fell swipes to get away. A little bit of damage or healing out from Rusty, as well as Robbie's trying to put some pressure on the enemy side. This is a hyper carry composition with a Vala being said hyper carry. Going to be a multi-shot Vala with that fire at will at level 1. Charge strikes for the Cassia, no Thunderstrokes for her. Jaina going to be going into the Fingers of Frost. I expect it to be finished out fairly quickly because of the double soak rotation. Mal'Ganis trying to slow down the rotation. Excuse me, but I think he almost might take enough damage to die. You don't want to do that. Never want to die first and early into the game. That was a bomb intro. Shout out to the NGS staff who made it and gave it to me for free. Basically, talking to myself feels like a really big challenge. I'm curious to see how it goes. Don't feel like you have to talk to yourself. You don't have to talk to yourself. You can talk about the game. Like, one of the things, like, when I first started streaming, and I had, you know, days when I would actually stream Heroes, and people didn't show up for that. Like, if I wasn't casting, people didn't come by. People didn't want to watch me play Heroes. They wanted to watch me cast. And that's understandable. Like, you have to understand your audience. If I swap to Dead by Daylight, people are going to leave. That's what happened last night. But I like to play the games that I like to play, and I had a good time with the viewers that stuck around. So if you find it struggling to talk to yourself, talk about what you're doing in the game. Talk about what you're thinking. In casting, obviously, you can just talk about what's in front of the screen, and you don't have to interact with chat. But if you're playing a game, talk about your decisions. Talk through what you're doing. Like, I did that when I first started playing Heroes of the Storm, and that helped a lot. I actually had viewers come in and say, it's nice to hear what you're thinking, even though, like, they're not super chatty in chat. So you got to find your way to be able to not only entertain others, but yourself too. Like, you got to find, like, what would you want to watch if you were watching yourself, if that makes sense. Nancy, thank you for the resubscription. Thank you for the tier 1 for 5 months. I will resend your alert when we get out of game. You love the dog. He's a good boy. He's a very good boy. He's my bandit bud. So, first objective is going to be Mortar Punisher mid lane. Just skimming through some of the talents really quickly to see if we have anything crazy. Nothing really. Val is still working on that Fire at Will first portion of, I guess you could say, the talent, as you do have a little bit of a quest at the start. Once you hit that quest completion, you get basically have an 80 damage on your fire on your multi-shot. But keep in mind, you also have baseline damage as well. So right now it's 28, adding into the 209, and then don't forget Arsenal. Arsenal was nerfed a little bit. Still, extra damage if that grenade does hit. We'll check on that scaling as the game does progress, and we'll continue to see what our engagements will look like as 7 talent tiers almost here. Oh, Mal'Ganis steps into a lot of enemy members. Pops the huge sleep. Very good Night Rush. There was a taunt from Varian. I was holding my breath to see if anyone would be able to get the kill, but everyone was asleep. Varian was the only person up at the slumber party. and everyone else fell asleep because they drank too much Mountain Dew and they were too hyper and just burned through all the sugar. Totally a standard thing for sleepovers. First blood will go over to the side of Nerd Herders, but it will be answered back by the side of Screaming Nachos. 7 talent here in favor for the side of Nerd Herders by a little bit of experience, and it seems like first objective phase will go over to the said side of Nerd Herders, but it's not over just yet. Mal'Ganis goes actually to slow down the enemy team. Taunt from Varian stops any sort of Night Rush value. Leap of Faith will save the Mal'Ganis, and objective phase, first one of the game, looking like it is, going over to the side of Nerd Herders. I leave for Dead by Daylight, but sometimes I leave the stream on the background. That's okay. I mean, I understand my audience. If it's not heroes, most people don't want to be here. Most of my audience is heroes. That's know your audience. It is what it is. Reminds me, I'm sorry I wasn't there for your Dead by Daylight. I had NGS back. That's okay. You do not have to apologize. I appreciate people being here. I understand that people can't be here for every stream, and that's the same thing too. Like, there's gonna be streams when you have your normal people who are always here for every stream. Sometimes they can't make it. It is what it is. Hotspots in the house. Uh-oh. I think I need to ban Crush. I think he's a bot. And Baha Ross. Yeah, Baha Ross. I love doing Baha Ross. Speaking of, we're gonna be having that this Saturday. Swing on by on Saturday to see me do another painting. If you'd like to look at some old paintings, there's a Twitter link from the last 2 I did, one of them being the raffle Baha Ross. And if you'd like to check out more of the paintings from the past, you can join the Discord where I have a channel where I post the paintings after I'm done. And if you want the Discord, you can find the info in the panel below or !Discord. All right, let's talk about the game, because we have 10 Talonteers coming through soon. Frozen Punisher going to be up next in the top lane. And as those 10 Talonteers come through, let's check out some of the numbers, as Robbie is going to just spin their way away from this engagement, considering to jump in here, but not enough friendly members to invade. Leap will save Robbie. Fluffy Cat, good to see you. How you doing, friend? Mosley just gonna clear up this mid lane. No real actual pressure put into them. Actually, rotation from Arctic Fox and friends. Nope. I thought we were gonna see like this dive, but the dive is actually gonna be from Sonya with the leap in. We do have the strafe from Vala, light bomb from Anduin. There's not enough damage just yet, and I eat those words as we have a double kill in favor for the side of Nerd Herders. Next objective phase should be announced soon, as the Impaler camp through bottom lane is going to be pushing up onto the fort front gate. Mid lane, though, seems like the siege will continue. The Impaler camp will be dealt with by Sonya, the wave here, to slow down that siege. I didn't actually look at her level 7. I'm curious. Did she go life funnel? I'll have to see. Hey, Rogue, what's up? Or go by the Guggenheim and see the Baja Rest paintings there. Okay, now you're overselling me. It is actually going to be life funnel from the Sonya at level 7, so she does get a little extra healing, because the damage dealt by Whirlwind is received as 30. Oh my God, 30%, 35% of the damage done by Whirlwind is going to be healing for Sonya. Dear Lord, I don't know why I struggle with that sentence. Trench into the Leoric in top lane, but the sustainability of Leoric probably is going to be outplaying this right now as a Spectral Leech build. Not completely. Do have that drain momentum from the Leoric, which just means that you have the movement speed after. Oh, you also have the no movement speed reduction during the actual Drain Hope itself, but either way. Ends up on both sides. Varian is going to go into the Warbringer, so more charges can charge to the friendly members. Earthquake Thrall, Soundbarrier Lucio, Cassia holding. I assume it's Ball Lightning with all the kind of AoE CC that allow Ball Lightning to consistently just kind of sit around and bounce from player to player. Jaina finishes out her level 1 questing talent. Big Night Rush, leap in from Sonya, Light Bomb from Anduin, Entomb from this Leoric. There's going to be an Earthquake from Thrall, but it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and are we looking at a 5th kill? Robbie trying to back away, and yes, that is going to be
Aced.
Into the side of Screaming Nachos, a
Pentakill
for the side of Nerd Herders. If you live in SoCal, I would recommend going to the Getty. I recommend free admission, architectural landscape views, plus art. I'll have to add that to my list for when I eventually make it down there. Alrighty, well, death timers are low, but experience gained is going to be quite a bit as I actually look at the experience breakdown right now. 2 to 8 in kills, and it's about 1,300-ish to nearly 5,000 when it comes to that experience breakdown between the two teams when it's just heroic kills, and we're seeing that experience really, really in favor for Nerd Herders. They are going to grab some camps. This does give a little bit of time for Screaming Nachos to get onto the point. They might find a kill into Sonya. Taunt goes out. Leap is forced. 60-second cooldown, not the biggest deal in the world, as Thrall is going to be trying to catch waves and close that experience gap that has formed. Which server is this? EU. We are using the EU server to do replays, because the NA server is down. One day I'm gonna get one of my colleagues somewhere cooler than Discord. What? Huh? What? 13 talents here, looming for the side of Screaming Notch. Oh, okay. Got it. Sorry. Red colleagues. Either way. Telling myself I was gonna do more raiding today, and then I come home and get sucked into your stream. Do you know what I do? Leave a book on your nightstand and go to bed 30 minutes early and read a book for 30 minutes. It'll help you fall asleep better instead of watching TV before going to bed. But Trench, oh my god, it's gonna get chunked. Holy shit! I blinked for a second and Thrall went away. Punisher's still very healthy in the top lane, is going to be dealing quite a bit of damage into this keep with the help of the friendly team. Is this enough to end game? Well, Thrall's dead for 16 seconds. They could find another kill. Leap, Light Bomb, lot of damage. This is going to be a Ring of Frost connecting onto a few. It still is going to be a triple kill, and they march towards core at 10 minutes and 29 seconds into our game number 2. Can Nerd Herders close this out this quickly? Well, it seems like they want to try. Their damage on core is a Sonya Vala. I wouldn't say Mal'Ganis has much core damage. Earthquake from Thrall will be utilized. The retreat is starting to be had, but Sonya is going to get leapt away. Leaped away. Mal'Ganis pops the Carrion Swarm, doesn't heal it from that much from that. Fell Claws to get him further away. It seems like the disengage is had by the side of Nerd Herders. I was gonna make dinner and then I saw I was gonna be cast. Oh. I'm sorry for delaying out your dinner. What's for dinner? What are you making us all? Okay. So, next objective, Arcane bottom lane. Map is in full control for the side of Nerd Herders. This is a hard go for Screaming Nachos right now. They need to position safely, and they also need to close a 3-level gap game. It's a hard spot to be in. Most of the time, at this point, you just have to wait for your waves to crash in. And Mal'Ganis stepping in through bottom, and it just makes things so awkward. But at least since there's a few members showing in bottom, they can safely clear top and mid on the side of Screaming Nachos. Nerd Herders continue to press through bottom lane. A little bit of pre-pressured into this objective phase. Vala coming in through the mid. She did show as she rotated through a minion wave. And now our Impaler camp throws a little bit of damage into the front gate, and the siege potential still strong for the side of Nerd Herders. Burrito, I hope that's fine. Oh no, burritos are delicious. I love a burrito. I'm back on dieting, so anything and everything is pretty much good. Anything but like fish or like seafood, I'm pretty much like, hell yeah. Leap in from Sonya, Light Bomb from Anduin. There's an Entomb from Leoric. We have a Strafe from Vala. The Thrall goes down. The Varian goes down. Sonya's traded out. Cassia is picked off. Carrion Swarm will be utilized by Mal'Ganis. And the Keep continues to take damage from Vala, who is just keeping that hatred up, cycling in and out between the the Jaina damage as well as the Keep damage. Multi-shot, getting that retarget onto Vala, but this Impaler camp and Catapult will get the bottom lane Keep. Are they going to try core again? This feels risky. Death timers are getting lower and lower. I think we see that danger ping from a friendly member, and the retreat's on. Seafood, eat food? Yeah, but then there's seafood. So I can't eat I don't like seafood on the seafood diet. So I'm not a big fan of seafood. Probably leftover brisket for lunch tomorrow. That sounds delicious. I have gone through all my pulled pork that I made on Saturday. Yep. Yeah, I know. I agree, Proto. Also, I diet during the week so that way I can eat like half a pizza on a Friday, another half on a Saturday. that's the other thing too. It's also it's not ski season, so I don't like work out as much. But either way, let's talk about the fight that's breaking out. There's going to be a light bomb onto a Night Rush Mal'Ganis leaping from Sonya. So much damage being thrown in. Atomic Alien trying to back off right now on the Cassia. Did have Ball Lightning come out. There's a Ring of Frost from the Jaina. Atomic Alien trying to get the 1v2 into Leoric, but he finds the kill still. And Thrall backs off, pops the Earthquake. He goes down as well. It is a
Quadra kill.
over to the side of Nerd Herders, and they are going to grab themselves another objective phase with Arctic Fox clearing out the mid lane, taking a few shots, tapping well, and going to throw out that Blizzard, trying to get rid of this in mid lane. But the bottom lane is the most terrifying approach right now. Full Punisher, 14 minutes in. 20 Talenteer just about grabbed on the side of the enemy team. And they are on your core. See what they're able to do here. I know this is going to be a hard defense. Varian's got to make some big plays coming out of his death, I guess you could say. Punisher's still coming down lane, so even if all 5 get wiped, this is risky, and it doesn't look like it's going to be a turnaround. The game number 2 goes over to the side of Nerd Herders. Punisher snipes the last hit on the core. GG, well played. I have enough Peking Duck that I made for lunch. Oh, I would love that. I would love that, Nancy. I'm trying the self-imposed deep shame diet. So far unsuccessful. Honestly, Crush, I just count calories. I set my calories to about 2,000 a day, and that's where I aim to hit. Oatmeal breakfast, medium-sized